All right, so today we are speaking to Nico. Now, Nico is from Denmark. He's been dropshipping for about 3 to 4 months, but only ever got one sale. He's been a part of a few other communities in the past, but just didn't really feel like he was being properly helped or guided. He was aware of Jordan Welch and how highly regarded he is in the space. And then once he saw that Jordan Welch has a program inside of Educate, he knew that he had to join. So he went through the program, found it super valuable, but then he jumped on a coaching call with our e-commerce coach inside of Digital Launchpad. The e-com coach told him that his product was too expensive. And while they were on that call, another member of DL actually located and shared a cheaper supplier. And then within 2 hours after that call, he got his first sale. Prior to Digital Launchpad, his TikToks were getting anywhere from 600 to 2,000 views. And now one of his TikToks promoting his product has gotten over 1.5 million views. In a nutshell, his product is sorted, his ads are sorted, and quite frankly, he's just super confident to now scale and grow his business even further. So on that note, let's jump into today's interview with Nico.
Nico, thank you very, very much for joining me today. Very excited to get into this with you. You know, I've heard a bit about your journey. I've seen a bit about your journey. So without further ado, I'm gonna kick us off. So first of all, Nico, obviously tell me a little bit about yourself, where you live, what you do. Just give me a little bit of a background.
Yes, of course. So, yes, my name is Nico and I currently live in Denmark. Yeah, I do drop shipping right now.
Drop shipping. You're at school as well, I assume.
Yes, I'm at primary school still, yeah.
Okay, and drop shipping, creating a drop shipping business as well whilst at school. Honestly, it always surprises me. So tell me a little bit about what drew you to Digital Launchpad. Where did you first hear about it? What made you join?
Yes, so I heard about Digital Launchpad, of course, from Iman's videos. It was a long while ago. It was 1.5 years ago. I think the price of Digital Launchpad then was way more than it is right now. Um, I remember I commented on one of the Instagram posts from Educate, right? About I didn't had enough money at that time to come in and pay for the course. But then I think it's now 2.5 weeks since I saw a video from Iman. Just clicked the link and I saw that the course was on sale, right? I just remember at that time it was, I don't know, it was 100, 900. I can't remember, but it was expensive. But now it's on a big sale, right? And I decided, yeah, fuck this. I'm just gonna throw everything. And I also started a job after the last time when I commented on the Educate's post. So I started a job. I got some money in and I have paid for different courses, and obviously Educate has been the best.
So yeah, just to clarify, obviously this is quite a recurring theme, right? I think this is where Digital Launchpad comes into its own. Iman has always obviously had programs, agency programs, and all these kind of things that sometimes have not always been affordable, right? Obviously you're 14, 15, you're at school. It's not always easy, right? And a lot of these programs, you know, you priced out them really. So I think one of the big things that obviously we worked on and Iman worked on was like, right, okay, there's a huge group of people around the world that really want to take and really want to have a great education. How can I provide that for them? And then coming in with Digital Launchpad at this price, which is honestly, I mean, the value is insane, and allowing guys like you to come in and benefit from it. Again, perfect example. And the fact you commented on one of his posts that, you know, you wanted to join, but you unfortunately couldn't at that time. But you know what? Here we are. You've made your way to the Iman ecosystem and are thriving. So, okay, so you've joined Digital Launchpad. Obviously, you'd been doing drop shipping for some time, 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
How did that go? It wasn't really working so well.
Not at all. No. Yeah, exactly.
Happens, bro. It happens to all of us. You know, all these things when you start and you don't have that success straight away, it's all really part of your education, part of your learning. It builds resilience, it builds perseverance. So, you know, obviously this, you know, don't get too downhearted about that. You know, you've obviously made your way here. So you've come in, you've done the winning store. Tell me a little bit about that. Were you aware of Jordan Welch before you joined?
Yes, yeah, I knew him. I saw many of his videos. I also saw that he was in Digital Launchpad, and that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to join, because he's a big name in dropshipping, right? And
Mm.
I could really see this being a big opportunity for me to learn from him. So yeah.
Yeah. Again, you know, getting access to people like Jordan for $37 a month, for example, right? I mean, to learn off somebody who, as you say, is one of the biggest names in dropshipping, you're paying a lot of money, right? But obviously, for us to bring it in at such a great price point, it's a no-brainer, really, you know. And how did you actually find the program itself? You went through the winning store. Tell me about that, how it was. Did it have any light bulb moments? Were there things where you thought, okay, that's something I was missing? How did you find the whole experience?
Yeah, so the whole experience is crazy, right? You come in, he's laid I think it's a six, seven steps where there's like 10 videos in each
Mm,
step. It's very detailed. Like if you just simply don't skip any of those steps and just take it step by step, right? You will have success. It's as simple as that. And I found this super helpful. I just created a store, just added my own spin to it, and his Facebook. Obviously, I haven't gone into Facebook yet, but when everyone has said that I should try Facebook, and I also will, but there have been some restrictions with Facebook. But I've already edited some of the videos that Jordan have learned me,
mm.
and it's just really detailed. And he's a master at Facebook ads, especially. So it
Yeah.
has been useful.
100%, 100%. And I do want to get into that a little bit because a little birdie tells me that you had a ad go viral on TikTok. So we're gonna get to that in a little while. So amazing. The course is really good. You've learned a lot. Obviously, it's put everything together for you. We also have coaching, right? Daniel does a lot of coaching in the community. We have like daily coaching calls for e-commerce as well as sales, pen to profit, etc. How have you found that, right? Because I know that you've obviously gone onto the call and you've spoken to Daniel about your product. Tell me a little bit about that. I believe that the price point wasn't quite right. How did that conversation go? How did that
Yeah,
call go?
yeah. So we did a website review. He went into my website and everything was looking perfect. He said it was probably one of the best website he had seen until now. And then
Amazing.
he saw the price of the product and he asked me what I was buying it for. I was buying it for at that time 89
Mm,
with shipping rates, and it just didn't pay it off. The product cost at that time was $110.
mm,
And he said to me, yeah, you'll need to find that cheaper. And then someone in the chat it was like that, 5 seconds. I found it for well, $67. And we chatted afterwards. And 2 hours after that, after I posted that product for $67.57, it's on my website for 89 now. Two
mm.
hours after, got my first sale. It was insane.
Let's just go back there a second, right? There's two things I want to pick up from this, what you've just told me. First of all, you know, I've been on coaching calls, man. You know, I've been on other platforms and been on coaching calls. And it almost feels like they're just coaching generic. They're just teaching everybody, like just trying to get a message out to the whole group. What I love about what we do at Digital Launchpad and what I admire about Daniel is he actually takes the time to get people on stage and actually reviews their website, their product, the whole ecosystem, right? Which is absolutely valuable, right? Because without that, you probably wouldn't have even known that your product was overpriced, right? So that's one thing, like that's a massive win for the coaching calls. And I'm super glad for that feedback because, you know, I love to hear it, right? The other thing, and it's coming onto community, right? So Daniel's told you the product's too expensive, and within like 5 seconds, somebody in the community has actually sourced that product for you at a cheaper rate than what you were originally in the market for. That is
Yes.
absolutely insane. So on that, let's talk a little bit about community, right? Because Digital Launchpad is a very, very unique community. I'm very invested in it, as most people probably know, with my calls and my chats and stuff, because I just seeing people like yourself, young entrepreneurs, driven, motivated, a little bit something about them that they, you know, they've come here, they want to be successful, and I really enjoy helping them. Tell me how you found the community in Digital Launchpad.
Yes, I found the community, from the first call where I joined Daniel. It was actually my first ever call I joined. It has been super useful. I've been chatting with lots of other users in there, and we are all like-minded. really valuable. We all
Yeah,
love to chat with each other, especially I've also found someone from my own country, and
amazing.
it's amazing. Yeah, we chat all the time, every day.
Yeah.
It's great.
I think that's the next evolution of Digital Launchpad as well. We've obviously made a section for people to go into their own country and find like-minded people and connect and make friends, because it is an overall approach to Digital Launchpad. Obviously our thing is that we teach you how to make your first $1,000. We teach you the ropes of business. We bring you this world-class education from world-class educators. But again, it's always nice to see people connecting in real life, becoming friends, lifelong relationships. That's all very, very important as part of the growth as well. So yeah, 100% big win for the community as well there. I mean, how selfless of somebody to be on a call, see that you're struggling with your product and actually help you find it. That's exactly what a community should be. Helping each other, sharing value. That's where you get tremendous growth. So yeah, very happy to hear that from a community perspective. I do want to just touch back on the ecom side, right? So tell me about this ad you created for TikTok, right? Obviously, I know that you took some teachings of Jordan about like the hooks and how to make them appealing. Just give me a little bit of an insight into that TikTok creative. What kind of figures, what kind of numbers have viewed that TikTok ad of yours? Because I believe it's gone viral, right?
Yeah, exactly. So as Jordan says, just don't reinvent the wheel, right? So
Mm,
you go there, you search for your competitors, and you make the ad as simple as possible, especially on TikTok, because what's it called? Yeah, the time they just sit there and scroll. You have 1.5 seconds to hook them in, right?
yeah.
And you really just have to make it as simple as possible and make it stand out. And so I just copied my competitors, as he said. With the videos, I filmed the videos. I have the product here at home. I filmed the videos exactly like my competitors. I I made some text because as Jordan, he came up with multiple different hook ideas, and I
Mm.
just used that as simple as possible. Posted the video, and 5 minutes later, it just came in with like 100,000 views. It was
Wow.
insane.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is crazy. It's very interesting because there's a saying that success leaves crumbs, right? What that means is if you follow successful people, they always leave marks of, what they've done. It's just being cognizant enough to notice them. Sometimes we try and be a bit too creative. Sometimes we do try and reinvent the wheel. And whilst that's not always a negative thing, I think with what you did there, obviously it shows it does work by just following what Jordan says, following what your competitors do. You can make that work as well. So well done on that. That's amazing. So how many views has that TikTok got now?
Yeah, so it's now at 1.5 million views. Yeah.
Jeez, man, that's unbelievable. This interview, what I like about this one with you is this is more a story of somebody who was struggling for 3 or 4 months, perhaps was thinking, am I doing the right thing? What's going on? What am I doing wrong? And not only have you now got the education, not only have you now got the confidence, you've got a great website, you've made that them first few sales, you've learned about sourcing products, you've learned about creating viral TikTok ads, which is huge, right? I mean, that's a huge win. Sometimes we always look at the wins in terms of, oh, is it $1,000? Is it $5,000? Bro, these are huge wins because these turn into your 10,000 and 15,000, wins over a month. So big
Yes.
respect to you for being diligent enough to follow what you were taught, because a lot of people, they'll watch something but they won't take action on it. You
Yeah.
seem to have really taken action, so well done on that. Huge win. So in terms of Digital Launchpad, what are the plans now? Just gonna keep going? Have you looked at any of the other programs, or are you just zoned in at the moment?
Yeah, so right now, it's actually a new business coming up. I'm trying to start my own agency now due to the agency accelerator week, right, with
Yeah.
Iman. It's so valuable. I'm full set on that now, while still running my e-com store in the background, right? And
Mm.
of course, I have a SEO manager and like that who's taking a little bit of care of the store so that it still gets some attraction and some engagement, right?
Mm.
Uh, so that's my plan to start a new agency with the Accelerator Week.
Nico, ecom
Yeah.
store, SEO manager, viral TikTok ads, joining Agency Accelerator. You realize you're literally the top 1% of your age, right? Like it's not normal to be this driven and this clued up. Honestly, these interviews constantly blow my mind. I smile and sit here and thinking like, who am I talking to? How have people around you responded? Obviously, your friends, your family, they must know you're in Digital Launchpad. They must know that you're doing all this stuff. How has that gone? And like, how would you describe Digital Launchpad if you were to describe it to somebody? Somebody's come to ask you, Nico, shall I join? How's that all been? Tell me a little bit
It's,
about that.
it's yeah, it's as always the same question as always. How did you do it, right?
Mm,
And I simply just said you have to get someone to teach you things. And
mm,
digital launchpad is the like it's just the thing. You get so much value in here, and everyone knows Jordan. It's like as said before, it's the biggest name in dropshipping,
mm,
and they also many of them have asked me if they should join, and of course I said yes they should join. And I think already now I have two friends who's in from the same country as me, of course, and
mm,
they find this really valuable. But some also give up. I had one friend who just joined. He was
mm.
in there for a week or two, didn't took action and just said, okay, this doesn't work. And I said, of course it doesn't work. You don't take any action. This
Yeah,
is like it's the biggest opportunity you have right now. They just said
100%.
dropshipping instead, but it really isn't. Yeah.
It really isn't. The amount of people I've spoken to, the wins I've seen, and it's very interesting what you said, right? Because nothing works unless you do. Do you know what I mean? No one's gonna gift things to you. Like you can only take the horse to water, as they say. So
Hmm.
again, that advice you've given to your friend is unbelievable, right? It's so accurate that we can bring you all the education. We can bring you Jordan, Mike Thurston. We've got Wakar Asim now with Pathway to Profits. We've got so many things coming.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to take action, you can watch it 10 times, 20 times. You can memorize it. If you don't take massive amounts of action, you are not going to get success. And I think
Exactly.
you're a shining example of that. And just the fact that now I'm seeing a lot of people who not only are getting wins, but they're actually recommending their friends and saying, look, join the community, because that's it, right? We're creating a massive family here of great people, like-minded people, and people who are driven. So yeah, Nico, what more is there to say? Tell me what the plans are now. What are the plans for
Yeah.
the future?
The
Obviously, I
plans.
know the agency is the next thing on your tick list, and obviously you're always here to help with that. Been very involved in um putting together agency accelerator and all that kind of stuff. E-com is, I think, your passion. Did you learn e-com from anywhere else? Like, where were you getting your education from prior? That's an interesting thing I'd like to know.
Yeah. So it all started with one of my friends, me and one of my friends, 4 months ago, right? And we both knew about money. We both wanted to make money, and we both were like-minded people who knew that business was the way, not
Mm,
school or any other work or job, right? So both of us, I said, okay, I found this course. Should we try and join it and focus on dropshipping in here because it was a course known for dropshipping,
which course was that? A separate, not digital launch, but something else.
not digital launchpad. Yeah,
Okay.
I joined that, and the community in there, it was like the man just it's not like educate, right? Digital launchpad. He throws on a live call every day, very fine, but he we don't get any value out of it. He just go through some questions, and it's you have 20 minutes to ask those questions, and if you don't ask them, and he's just really, he's just if somebody says, could you please review my website? No. I mean, in here,
Mm.
it's so welcoming, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
amazing. So we joined that community, that course. It didn't pay out well, so we left it. We tried running. We had 4 stores running for those 2.5 months, right? And I noticed my friend too. He was starting to realize that this wasn't going to work.
Mm.
So our last store was a half month later. Um, our last store together, right? And we finally got our first sale, and that was like, it was insane. I called him on the phone at 2 a.m. in the night. I said, bro, we finally got our first sale, and it was insane. We were so happy, and this finally showed me that there was an opportunity to dropshipping still.
Yeah.
Like, this showed that dropshipping really wasn't dead, and I wanted to continue until I really made some valuable success. But then a week later, my friend, he just said, okay, yeah, nice, we got one sale, but really we have been drop shipping now for nearly 3 months and nothing has paid off. So he wanted to quit, and I said, okay, of course you can quit if you want, but I want to continue and I need to continue. So I continued and he quitted. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's into some other business. But then I continued. My first store after that is the store I have now. I ran it for like half a month and no success. The videos was getting around 60 to 200 views per video on
Okay.
my
Wow.
social media. The website was absolutely terrible. I finally then I wanted to join a course because I found the other course, like I loved the course. The communities are always insane. And then I joined this course, Educate Digital Launchpad. I joined it, found the community so valuable, and I noticed that Jordan also was in here. So I changed up some things on my website, and I posted more videos consistently, because before I was maybe posting one video per third day and it wasn't consistent at all. So I just focused, was consistent, built my website even better. I got some advice from the Digital Launchpad, the coaching call, got the product way cheaper from one of the in the chat in the community. And
But just look at that, Nico. You were drop shipping before. You were in a different course. You were at it for 3 to 4 months. It took you 3 to 4 months to do one sale. Your ads were getting 60 to 200 views. You've then joined Digital Launchpad, got the right education, got the right coaching. You got your first sale within 2 hours, and your TikTok's gone viral with 1.5 million views. That is just a testimony of what, first of all, what Digital Launchpad is all about, right? Results. You know, we're not messing. We're not out here just to put a program out for the sake of it. These people we bring in are very busy people. Reputation is everything, right? It's a results game. The fact you've come in and within a very short space of time, you've got the education. Within a couple of hours, you've got a sale. You've got a viral TikTok, which has given you tremendous confidence. It just honestly makes me so happy, because, you know, knowing your backstory, which again is important, as I mentioned earlier, it's important to go through the slightly difficult times because it's built within you. Look at the difference between you and your friend. Your friend didn't persevere, you did. That's a big lesson in business and in life. You know, success is often just the point where people quit. Success is just a little bit further on. If only you persevere. Does that make sense? And you've done that. So honestly, I can't praise you enough. I think you're a fantastic individual. I think tremendous things are going to happen. Super excited that we get to be part of your journey. Looking forward to seeing you become more viral with your ads, translate that into more sales, more business, and yeah, also agency space is waiting. So I think you're going to be somebody we're going to be seeing a lot of. And yeah, any final words, Nico, before we wrap up?
Yeah, bro, this community is amazing. I swear to God, join it. Ali here, he runs a call nearly every second day at 22 a.m. It's f***ing crazy. It just shows how much the teachers in here just focus on getting results. It's amazing.
100%. Top man. Nico, thank you very much, and I shall speak to you again soon.
You too.